Welcome to another edition of the Craig Carton Show. Tyrone A. Johnson here as always. And I know a lot of you took a bath last night. I know you were thinking, oh, my pick sucked on Sunday. So many underdogs won outright. I'm going to get all my money back with the Dallas Cowboys at home against the Jacoby Brissett Arizona Cardinals. How'd that work out for you, Ace? Garbage time. The Dallas Cowboys are frauds. This was a great opportunity to get to 500 going into the bye week. After the bye week, a Monday night game against the lowly Vegas Raiders. Easy dub, right? You think on paper. Get over 500. Press the Eagles a little bit, but solidify, if nothing else, that you are a wild card team, that your offense can put up points with anybody, and if your defense just gets a little bit better, the Dallas Cowboys present a problem for a lot of teams because going into last night's game, they can score. CeeDee Lamb was back. Pickens is having a breakout year for the Dallas Cowboys in his first year. Dak Prescott playing at MVP level. And then you're watching the game last night, and you're like, where are those Dallas Cowboys? They didn't show up for last night's game. That was a no-show game for the Dallas Cowboys. They are frauds, 100%. They ain't winning the Super Bowl. They ain't making it to the playoffs, although they're still alive for it. We'll get into that in 1 second. But what they've done in losing last night is hand deliver the NFC East to the Philadelphia Eagles. That is now over. That's no longer up for conversation. Could the Dallas Cowboys press Philly, push Philly, and make Philly have to play, tough, meaningful games in the month of December? The Philadelphia Eagles won the division last night. They have effectively a 3-game lead now over the Dallas Cowboys. We get the loss column. They're 6-2, and Dallas is 3-5-1. They got that tie, of course, against Green Bay. But here's the other reality after watching last night's game. For those of you that were able to watch it, we'll get to the YouTube ESPN nonsense in just a little bit, is that this year, maybe more than any other year, there's no team right now that can lay claim to saying we're the team to beat. The Green Bay Packers just lost to the Carolina Panthers at Lambeau Field while only allowing 100 yards passing. That happened. The Eagles, a few weeks ago, while they've righted the ship, they lost to the New York Giants. Like, that happened. The Detroit Lions just lost to J.J. McCarthy. That happened. So if you're an NFC team now, Lions, Packers, I don't know, Eagles, Tampa Bay, any one of those teams that feels like, based on our record today, we're a guaranteed lock to at least make it into the tournament, the final 7 teams, the top 7 teams, any one of those teams right now has legitimate Super Bowl aspirations because none of them, Philly included, have asserted themselves as we are the clear-cut favorites to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl or even to make it, let's say that, to the NFC Championship game. It is wide open. More so than I can remember, Tyrone, in any recent year.
Yeah, it's pretty wide open. We left out Seattle, a really good football
Seattle's
team.
Right there. San Francisco, while banged up, they're right there. They're in first place.
The Rams are right there. So it is wide open. I do think, though, some teams have gotten better the last couple of days, and I'm looking forward to if any team.
Health-wise, you mean?
Health-wise, and also the trade deadline.
Trade deadline is today at 4 o'clock. Obviously, Jaden Phillips goes from Miami to Philly. That's a huge signing for a team that's already loaded and coming off a Super Bowl win for a third-round pick. And you're going to see a reborn Jaden Phillips going from Miami to Philadelphia. But if I'm a fan of Tampa, of San Francisco, Seattle, the Rams, Detroit, obviously, Green Bay, obviously,
the Bucs,
Philly.
They all feel great.
Like, I know that right now I'm in it.
Yep.
And there's no reason why my team isn't the team that can make the run. So at some point later this season, we'll kind of look at the quarterbacks of those teams and kind of rank them ourselves based on quarterback play. But the Dallas Cowboys, what a joke. I mean, outside of the punt return for a touchdown, the Dallas Cowboys offense scored 10 points. You got 10 points last night against the Arizona Cardinals. Not a great defensive team. And all due respect to Jacoby Brissett, who's been an NFL journeyman and a competent backup quarterback. Just a real quick aside, you guys can put this out if you want. If I'm a long-time suffering Arizona Cardinal fan, I know the highlights of Kyler Murray are awesome, and they are. Scrambling around, he's got a howitzer for an arm, but he's not a very consistent quarterback. He's not a very good quarterback, play in and play out. His highlights are great. He's like the NFL's version of an and one mixtape, right? The highlights are awesome, but if you want that kid to play for 48 minutes, you're never going to win a game. That's kind of what Kyler Murray is right now. If I'm a Cardinal fan, and I know it's based on a very small sample size, which was last night on national TV, again, if you're able to see it, Jacoby Brissett's my starting quarterback. Like, what's the upside? They're a 2-win team with Kyler Murray. I'm not going back to Kyler Murray just because he makes all the money. Jacoby Brissett looked like an NFL quarterback last night. He's obviously taller than Kyler Murray, throws a great ball. All of a sudden, for the first time that I can remember, Marvin Harrison Jr. looked like the guy that got picked 4th overall.
Yeah, he looked great.
He had like 7 catches last night.
He was great.
Had the stutter step move at the goal line, leaving Deron Bland literally on the ground with broken ankles, right? So moving forward, if I'm a Cardinal fan, I no longer want to see Kyler Murray. I do everything I can to trade him. I'm saying that not knowing exactly what the cap hit is, but I don't even care. And I'm not saying Jacoby Brissett is the future. What I'm saying is, for the last 2 months of this season, I'm going with the guy that looks like a quarterback. And that guy is not Kyler Murray. Now, let me get to the reality of last night. If I have a couple minutes here to do this.
Yeah, you got time.
We are being held hostage, all of us right now. Every one of us that bought into the notion of, hey, it's time to cut the cord. Why are you paying exorbitant cable fees when you can get any one or all of these great social media platforms and streaming sites for a lot less money than what your cable company charges you? And then greed overtook them as well. And for 10 million people in this country, right? A lot of people who cut the cord and went to YouTube TV, which I have as well, as a great service, not a good service, a great service, albeit from a New York perspective. They no longer have the Yes Network. They no longer have SNY. They don't have MSG. So we kind of get screwed as New Yorkers, but it's not always about us. So 10 million people subscribe to YouTube TV, and a lot of those people do it for the sports that are provided, namely ESPN's package, whether that's college football, or in the case of last night's game, NFL football. And if that's the only way you're able to watch sports, you did not get to watch an NFL Monday Night Football game. You did not get to watch college football on Saturday because these two huge powerhouses in entertainment are fighting over a couple dollars. And they want us to pay the fare for it, which we've no choice. We're going to.
Have to.
They're going to raise the rates of YouTube TV whenever they settle this disagreement. But it's time we kind of put our foot down and say enough's enough. And it's hard to do that because we love our sports. But you're talking about 2 individual companies, each one of them worth hundreds of billions of dollars, all right?
Yep.
Disney/ESPN makes $1.8 billion from the current contract they have with YouTube TV.
Wow.
Now, I know the goal is make more, make more, make more. But at what cost? Because you're screwing us. You've got a generation of people now that are considering uncutting the cord.
Yep.
Because if I have local cable, I get my ABC game, my CBS game, my NBC game.
And then you get the SNY and all the local people.
I get the local ones. I get Turner.
Yep.
I get everything I need.
You do.
Now, I can't see every single NFL game, but I get the far majority of games, and I get the games that are aired nationally. Yep. So for a lot of us who did cut the cord and decide to get YouTube, and maybe you also got Hulu, and you got Netflix, and all these other
there's
things,
all of these, yeah.
It's costing me triple what it used to cost me to just have, Verizon cable, Xfinity cable, Comcast cable,
Spectrum,
whatever it might be. And last night's just obnoxious. The fact that 2 companies worth hundreds of billions of dollars are now holding us hostage, hardworking Americans who want our sports, damn it, shame on all of you. And I know what's going to happen. The prices are going up. We're going to pay them because we're addicts. But at some point, someone's got to make a stand, and I'll be the first. Screw you, Disney, and screw you, YouTube. We want our sports back now. Please.